Jeff Young, also known as the Catholic Foodie, is an author, blogger, radio host, podcaster. He does it all. And he joins us via Skype from the U.S. food capital, New Orleans. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
We are doing good. We're praying for everyone down in Louisiana and Mississippi with those terrible floods. It just has been horrible in that part, and hopefully things are getting a little better down there. Tell us about the world of the Catholic Foodie.
Well, it's fun. You know, the Catholic Foodie is something I've been doing since 2008, where I combined kind of like those old Reese's peanut butter commercials. Remember that? You got chocolate in my peanut butter. No, you got peanut butter in my chocolate. Well, I kind of had an experience along those lines back in 2008 with food and faith. Two things that are very important to me, that have been very important to me all my life. And in 2008, I launched this thing called the Catholic Foodie, and it really was an outreach to inspire families to really connect, to get together around the table, both at home, but also around the table of the Eucharist at Mass.
Hey, Jeff, I got to ask you this because I have a great fondness for Middle Eastern cuisine. I was blessed to spend a summer in Jerusalem and back a couple times. What made you decide to do a cookbook on Middle Eastern cuisine?
Well, that was really all, I think, divine providence. I had been in conversation with Liguori about doing a book, and then I had been invited to lead a pilgrimage to the Holy Land in 2014. It was Select International Tours who made that invitation. And my wife, you see, my wife is of Lebanese descent, and so I had been eating and preparing Lebanese or Middle Eastern food for years. And it all just really fit, you know, the Lebanese background, the fact that we're so comfortable with that cuisine, the opportunity to go to the place where Jesus lived, where he walked, where he talked, where he ate with his apostles and disciples. And to also kind of go back to the area that was really the origin of this food that in our family we experience on at least a weekly basis, if not more often than that. And so that was kind of the impetus, you know, when that pilgrimage was set, Liguori came back and said, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we make it a Lebanese or a Middle Eastern cookbook? And that way you can kind of pull together family and a trip and tell stories along with the recipes. So that's how it ended up being a Middle Eastern cuisine cookbook.
I get it.
Jeff, we were just in New Orleans, one of our favorite places. We just recorded a rosary in Catholic destinations down there and had some great food. Tell us about the NOLA food experience. The NOLA experience.
Well, NOLA, I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. As a matter of fact, I think you hinted at this at the very beginning of this segment, that Travel and Leisure just announced, I think it was just this past couple of days, that New Orleans is the #1 for 2016. It was their #1 food city in the world. So that's pretty amazing. New Orleans is known for a few things, right? It's known for jazz. It's known for Mardi Gras. We do a lot of crazy things down here, like throw things from floats at Mardi Gras time. But we're also known for the food. And I have to tell you, it's not all health food. There's a lot of fried shrimp, fried oysters, you know, anything fried. But there's a lot of good stuff, too. And if you think about it, you look back in history at this area of the country, very Catholic, historically Catholic, and you had big families. And so some of our real traditional dishes, your jambalaya, your gumbo, all these dishes were big pot, big meal, big family dishes. And it's something that's kind of embedded in our culture and that we really take pride in today.
Jeff, we're talking about food. How important is it for families to sit at table together, have a big meal, and just enjoy each other's company?
I tell you, it is extremely important. I mean, you got scientific evidence that'll back that up. You know, sociologists do studies on that kind of stuff. But if you look at it from Scripture, throughout salvation history, the meal has been a very important thing. And I think that's because God, I mean, covenant meals, right? We have covenant meals. We have the Last Supper. We have the Eucharist today. God created us. He has the instruction book. He knows what we need, and we really need that intimacy and that connection, that communion, which really happens around the table, both at home and also, of course, at Mass. It's very important, and I do encourage families. It's a busy world we live in today. It's just so busy, but it's vitally important for families to gather together around the table. But I also encourage them to get in the kitchen. You know, get in the kitchen and play around. It could be an activity that really brings families together.
Jeff, what about the Catholic Drinkie? Do you guys get along? Do you
We do
collaborate?
We do. Sarah Fabulous is fabulous. When I remember when the Catholic Drinkie came about, we were at the Catholic New Media conference. I can't remember where that one was. I've been to a few of them, but anyway, I think it may have been in Boston. It was the first one in Boston, and we were in a small group together talking about something with new media, and that what had been a joke at the very outset of the conference that day, the keynote about they would never do a Catholic Drinkie show, right? Became really the inspiration for Sarah. She loves beer. She is so knowledgeable about this and loves to share that knowledge with others, and of course loves to share her faith. So
sure.
I absolutely love the work that she's doing. She's A-OK in my book.
Well, we need to get the Catholic Foodie, the Catholic Drinkie, and me in a room so I can have some good food and some good company. It'd be a lot of fun. Jeff, you have a lively Twitter and Facebook presence. What will visitors to CatholicFoodie.com's website find?
Well, there's a lot of recipes, of course. I've got tons of recipes, not just the Middle Eastern stuff. I've got a lot of things from New Orleans, classic dishes like red beans and rice, gumbo, jambalaya, all of that, but also other cuisines as well. A lot of what I put over there is really meant to inspire faith, right? Growth in faith around the table with family and friends, and also as part of the parish family.
Jeff, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for being with us today, and keep cooking.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye, Jeff. God bless.
You too.